Hey guys, it's me, and it's What's Up Wednesday. So what's up? Of course, Nomad Cosmetics. That's what's up. We have 2 palettes from Nomad Cosmetics. We have the Berlin Undergrund. I always will say underground, but it's not actually spelled that way. It's Undergrund. This is the original formula. This actually came in an Ipsy. And we have the Nomad Berlin Undergrund 10th anniversary with the new formula. So we are going to compare these 2 palettes. I thought maybe I'd do like an eye look using each palette, you know, just different palette on each eye, and see if we can. Now obviously one of these is newer and one of them's older, so one of them is going to be, you know, even if it was the same formula, one is going to be like fresher, you know. So we're going to take that into consideration. And you know, I've heard, I haven't even set them up side by side yet, but I've heard that the some of the shades are not quite the same. So it'll be interesting to kind of go through this. I know we're a little late to the game, but I also know I'm not the only person that didn't jump right on that when it came out, because, you know, Route 66, Fairy Tale, you know, Europe, yeah, hello, all the things. So, you know, if you're finally able to get your hands on this, let's talk about it. Which one is this? This is the 10th anniversary. So, yeah. Let's get her done. Okay, I do a little primer. I'm using Juvia's Place, another brand that does not get enough recognition. I decided to go ahead and put a little lip on. This is the Devil's Book from Nomad, because, you know, why not? Okay, so the first thing I noticed, you know, I was like, oh gee, they're like, I hope I can tell the difference. Yes, you can. Okay, the first thing that I notice in these 2 palettes, you know, bear with me, I barely have enough room for 1 palette here, much less 2. So, alrighty. So, like, there are some definite shade differences. This is a little more teal looking. This is definitely more green. The shimmers are very shimmery. This one, I'm not even sure if that's a shimmer or not. That might be a matte. It's really hard to tell. It comes off, you know, it comes off kind of mattely. This one is more orange, and it's an obvious, yeah, I gotta look at it right. It almost looks like a duochrome, like a gold to orange. Okay, look at the difference. Look at the difference. Okay, like seriously. Like I said, this one's older too. This is like a 5-year-old palette. This one's brand new. So, you know, there you have it. Yes, there is an obvious difference. I think also there are a lot more obvious, a lot more obvious shimmers in the new palette, and where there are more kind of mattes in this one. Okay, so now how to set this up so that I don't drop everything on the floor, which would be really bad. Look at the difference. Okay, look at the, you know we're using that. You know we're using that. This is, I don't know, this could be a grungy palette, but it's got some brightness in it too. It's got some oranges and mustards and just a lot of fun things in here. It could just be a fall palette. Seriously, she's a beauty. Okay, so what are we gonna do first? Let us use a shader. I tried to pick out the brushes that I thought I would use. Do not fall on the floor. Do not do it. My organization skills bite, guys. They bite. Okay, so here we go. Wow. Okay, so in one pan, how am I gonna do this? All right, I cannot hold all of you in my hand. In one palette, it's a matte, and the other palette, it's a shimmer, but we're gonna go with this shade, this shade. This is a shimmer, this is a matte. I'm a shimmer girl, so I'm kind of like bring it. But okay, mirror. Guys, I'm so not organized. There's just not enough space. All right, so since I have them, the old one on this side, the new one on that side, we'll do it like that. Okay, so here's the matte with the original. We're just going to kind of use this for a transition shade, keeping in mind that in the other palette, this is actually a shimmer. But you know what? That's not what we're here for. We're not here to make like the look. We're here to compare the shades. So, you know, we could just do that with a swatch, but would that be any fun? I think not. Okay, so, you know, nice, good transition shade, right? We'd be good, we'd be good. I actually want to get a little deeper down in here. I take advantage of every bit of lid space I can get my hands on, or my brush on, okay? And also, I want to say a big thank you. Okay, now going into the shimmer in the new side. I actually purchased the old one on Mercari, and it was brand new. I mean, it was still in the box, had the cover. The lady hadn't even opened it. She was like, yeah, I got this in an Ipsy, and it's just not my color story. I've never even looked at it. I know it's not broken. That's the only time I actually did look at it. Holy smokes, that's beautiful. Probably not the best transition shade, but do we care? No, we do not. Anyway, so I was very fortunate to get the old palette for, I believe, including shipping, I paid like $12 for it. Okay. And, you know, I do pick up a lot of my palettes on Mercari, and I have some people that I buy from because I just know that their stuff is going to be, you know, well kept. There are some people you can trust. Always check your feedback. Always. When you're buying from someone that's not the company, check the feedback, okay? That is flipping gorgeous. Okay, this is nice. It's a matte. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. This is not a matte. It's doing everything in the whole world. It's working overtime, okay? Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. Mon chéri. All right, so enough of that. Like, we're not in France, we're in Germany, and I don't know any German. Don't cough. There it is. Okay, so I'm guessing, should we go black or should we go green? The greens are quite different. So, wow. I actually did this wrong. I've got the new one on this side. Why did I think that was the new one? I've got the new one on this side and the old one on this side. So the new one, that was a matte, and the old one, it's a shimmer. Wow. All right, I think we're gonna go with the greens though. I've got them just like laid together like so. New green, old green. Am I right there? Yeah, right. New green, old green. Okay. Oh, have mercy. Yeah, this, I'm trying to just lay it like it's all one palette. Okay, so let's do the new green. This is the side. Okay, we're gonna go in there. And you know, something I always forget about Nomad is they are potent. Be careful how much you pick up, because you will spend the rest of your life blending or washing it off if you get too much. You know, she just blends so nicely. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That is, and you can't really see in the camera, but the edges are just so, just really flowing into each other just beautifully. Okay, let's go for this more teal shade in the old palette because I'm a doofus. Did I even finish what I was saying earlier? Yeah, okay. The old palette I got from Makari, the girl, like, and it came, I mean, it was obviously, had not even been swatched. Nothing. Okay, you know, I love my shimmer, and a lot of times mattes and shimmers don't blend well, but not Nomad. She blends. Now she blends. She blends. Oh, beautiful. Anyway, so, you know, they had this deal where they had like a throwback, and they brought back 3 palettes, the Berlin, the America's Parks, and the French one with the cafe on it. I can't remember. Well, I can remember. I just can't pronounce the name of it. Okay. I don't know. I do think this one looks a little more blue, and this one looks like a little more tree green, like leafy green. Like, you know, less blue in it. But that's okay. We're doing good. Alright, what are we gonna do? Let's go to the lid. Wow. So we've got green. There is this beautiful shade that I just want to get into, and I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is, and again, we've got one side is a matte, okay. Oh yeah, it just doesn't want to work for me here. Here we go. This is where I want to go. This is, I believe, a matte. This is a shimmer. We're gonna put that in the outside corner. Grab the mirror. grab the brush. Okay, so let's do the new side first. Okay, the new side, did I have that right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay, so here we go. I should put this on with the silicone. Well, no, seems to be doing fine. Seems to be doing fine. Oh yeah. And then the corresponding shade in the older palette. I'm kind of wondering how these shades, are they as different in the other two palettes as they are in the Berlin? Wow. A little bit more with the matte. And you know, I was thinking like, well, you know, I'm gonna have like these two palettes and they're the same thing, and you know, I need to just kind of, you know, probably donate one or something. But there are so many matte on one side and shimmer on the other side, and the shades are definitely, there's a difference. I'm gonna keep them both. Okay, so the next shade we're gonna go in, which looks very different in these two palettes, I want to go, come on, this one and this one. Okay, so this palette being on this eye, this palette being on this eye. All right, so and they look really different, and we're gonna go with silicone for this. It's a shimmer. I mean, I hit it with the silicone pad, and it's lovely. And we're gonna go on the inside with that. Oh, she is kind of a, I don't know what to call this. It's kind of a grungy gold green sort of thing going on. Beautiful, beautiful. I just want to tighten that up at the top a little bit. Yeah, no, we're not going for like just a look, right? Okay, and the other side, this looks like a, well, what the heck, let's do a little finger swatch here. Almost a gold to black thing going on, which I'm good with. I'm good with that. But yeah, it's not really, I mean, they both have gold, but the one is kind of grungy and the other one's just kind of a duochrome gold to black. So they're comparable, but definitely not the same shade at all. Okay, why are we not? Because I'm not, these aren't flat, they're kind of rounded, so you have to make sure that you pick up the product on the part of the applicator that's going to be touching the eye, right? That's always a good thing. There we go. Might have got too much. I don't know. Is there such a thing? That's too much. I'm not even certain. What do you think? Okay, and I kind of want to do the red in the center, but it's not. No, no, it's not. So let's go with instead, and I believe this is the shade that broke this one and this one. Okay, they do look pretty similar, those two. We're going to go right in the center of the lid with those. Hello. You know, if I can get that last one off. There we go. There we go. These silicone applicators are really, really, I like them very much. Okay, we're going with this gold. Yeah, Tish ordered the entire throwback collection, and when she got that, 2 of the palettes were broken, this being one of them. And so she, you know, they sent her new palettes because, wow, you know, there were broken shades. And it looks like there's only one broken shade in this one, and she did an excellent job of repairing it, because you can't, I mean, the only way you can even tell is because there's no emblem on it, right? Wow. And now also keep in mind, the newer palette is plastic free. So the makeup is plastic free, the palette is plastic free. It's, you know, the packaging, everything is plastic free. Where the old palette still had the plastic shade saver, and there may or may not be plastic in the actual glitters. You know, a lot of glitters, some are made with mica, some are made with plastic. Okay, let's go on the other side here. Definitely a difference. This is like maybe a little brighter. Some things I like about these silicone applicators is your fallout is seriously minimal. Okay, so we just put like 3 shades on the lid, right? 3. I'm sorry if this is long, but you know. Okay, I kind of want to do a little bit on the black, just a tiniest bit. I want to go at the bottom of the green. Whew, that's enough. That's enough. Again, there is so much blendability. It's just, you know, it just runs into the green. Just the black and the green are like, they're like one. Just beautiful. Beautiful. Whew. Okay, let's try the old palette. Not quite as much payoff. Again, this is an older palette, so, you know, when it was newer, I'm sure the performance would have been much better. And we're actually going to add a little bit more because we did not get the same kind of payoff, but the blendability is still insane. Just, wow. Alright, now if I can get all the black off of this, because I'm a doofus, I want to go with the silvery one at the top. And we're gonna do like just a little highlight right here. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, it looks silver in the pan, but there is definite green in the... Oh, that's beautiful. And let's see what the one in the other side looks like. You know, it's still, it's foily, but it's a more flat, grungy type of a foil, where this is more bright, you know, and this is more like, I think if you did like the grunge looks, you would probably like this one better, because it's not as happy. Let's put a little bit more on, because, you know, it makes us happy, right? But it's still, I mean, it's foily. She's beautiful and blendable, and yep, here I am. Okay, and see what I mean? How this one just catches more light. This one is like, it reflects more. It's more grungy. Okay, what have we got here? We're gonna use this little brush. We need to come under a little bit with something. What are we gonna do? Should we use the orange? Let's use the orange. The orangey red, which is, like I said, it's a shimmer on this side, right there, and it's matte on this side. So we're gonna come under. I'm gonna do the new palette first. Holy crap! No, I'm not doing a lot. I just really want to use this color. I just want to. I have a need to use this shade. So, and let's see if we can get it to blend a little bit right here. Come around the corner into the gold and the black. Of course it blends. I mean, of course. Okay, and the old side, which is a matte. And I have to be careful, because, you know, I have a tendency to go, oh, Lord have mercy. She is just... You know, I mean, this might be an old palette, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with the performance in this palette, and I feel like these two shades would go well, would work well together, even. Like, seriously. But you can tell, more orangey, more deep red. Okay guys, I think that pretty much takes care of what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna go do mascara, earrings, you know, the thing, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did go in with this kind of a gunmetal gray. What is it at? Here and here. I decided to add that to, like, you know, just that inside highlight. I'll tell you, it's like they're two different palettes. I really thought I was going to be, you know, oh, I'm just going to keep the new one and the old one. But they are, seriously, why does this always look so weird right there? I have a weird eye. No. I'm keeping them both. Like, seriously, did anybody else have any doubts? Let me know. I mean, we've used 8 out of 15 shades. Let me know if you would like to see the rest of the shades. Oh, okay, I say that, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna come back, maybe not next week, but we will come back and use more of these shades. The what, 15, 8 out of 15, that leaves what, 7, 6, 7. I'm sorry, math is not my forte, never was. If you're good at math, you're good at life, okay? I really enjoyed both of them. Now y'all know I like the sparklies. I do like all the extra sparklies in the newer palette, but I can appreciate the mattes as well. And the old formula, I gotta tell you, there's nothing wrong with the old formula. I mean, look at the difference in... How can I do this? Okay, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful. There's just not... This is gonna fold back. Not really. Oh, wait, yes it is. Awesome. That makes life easier. Okay, so, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful. And this is also, you know, that shiny under the brow is just killing me. They're both gorgeous. They're both gorgeous. And, you know, I see the biggest difference in the orange, matte, not matte. And then these are both mattes, green and like a teal. The black, this black is deeper and it blends like super. I could have added more. I seriously could have, but sometimes I'm afraid. You know? Where the black in this one is also very deep, and it blended well, but it didn't blend like out like the first one did. So I think that this one is more for like blending in with other shades. This one's more for like being a black. That's my opinion. That is purely my opinion. So guys, the new palette, the Oud palette. Wow, my peripheral vision on the side is nowhere near as good as on the side. Which one do you prefer? Let me know, comment below, and until the next time, I hope you wake up dancing, wake up dancing, boom, boom, wake up dancing every single day. God bless you. Bye-bye.